All right, what is going on, everyone, and welcome back to another grind video. So today we're doing Thornwood again, and apparently the spots are actually different in terms of like how much trash loot you can make. And I thought that was like, I didn't think that was a problem because usually tower spots are mostly the same, but apparently you can get more in this one than the others, which I think is cool. So let's try it out. Also, the money is running low, so we need to make some more money because I'm ordering costumes right now, and yeah, our Debo earring attempts one day are gonna be pretty insane. So hopefully we just make enough silver, and then we'll build up another 300 stack. It just goes. All right, so while we do that, let's pop these. Got like almost a 300. Yeah, I don't know how much trash loot is still considered good, but I assume if you are playing a meta class, you're going to do a lot better. But anyway, I'm just happy as long as we get like more than 2 rings an hour, then we're good. You ever have those times where you summon the lantern and it's slightly out of tower range and you just have to wait another minute? Who decided having a 1-minute cooldown would be a good idea? I don't know about that one. Should be like 10 seconds or something. Also, can you guys even see? If not, I'm sorry. I will do some editing afterwards. One thing I didn't know, apparently some other Dehkia spots had like collision and like enemies going into the ground. I didn't know that. I've only grinded one spot. This is the first time at this one. So I guess the one I did had like very little collision, but who knows? I just wish you could, you know how they have the third person view or like the bird's eye view kinda in certain bosses? I wish they would have that for Dehkia spots. Also, if anyone wants to run Venom scrolls one day, I'm down, because how many do I have? Like 340. Oh boy. I know they're like actually pretty good, but just getting a group to run them is probably the most annoying thing. Also, in the other spot, I tried doing this at nighttime without full elixirs, and I just did it with like a frenzy. You could do it. It just feels a little bit sketch, but it's not super bad. Have to be a little bit more alert. Also, this is actually a pretty good source of caphras stones as well. You could get like, in total, if you include caphras plus dust, it's probably like 170 caphras an hour, which is kind of insane. Let's make a prediction. I wonder how many rings I can get this hour. If I can get, generally if I get more than one, I'm happy, but if we can get a lot, it's even better. I think what I'm gonna do soon is probably try to build my 300 stack, and by doing that, I'm just gonna buy those Origin of Dark Hungers. Because I'm feeling like clicking the thing, my earring, watching it downgrade. It would be nice if I could just one tap it with an Okrod. You guys remember when Okrods are actually worth something? Not anymore, they're not. Do I have to write things back? Comma. Okay, we're good. Forgot to horse buff, but that's okay. One day they'll increase the buff bar so I actually can see everything I have going on. Wouldn't that be cool? One ring, please. Why? Oh. Did you hear that they're going to be adding the Dehkia, Piliku, and what is the other place? Sulfur Mine. I'm excited for that, so I can actually go for my archaeologist map one day. Oh yeah, I should probably start applying for the War of the Roses thing at some point. Do Dehkia enemies hit people that are close by? I guess that's a safe spot. Well, not safe, but like, you don't get hit there. I kind of wish it wasn't purple. I know it, like, all my abilities are purple as well. It's like sometimes I actually find it hard to track. Oh my god. I can feel this spot just being better. I don't know how to describe it. It just feels better. If all they have to do is remove that tree right there so I can actually see, and we good. Ring number 1, boys. Always the condemners, even at crypt. I wonder what their drop rate for the rings are from the Dark Knights that spawn every few minutes. Also, I wonder, it probably is more profitable on average to be enhancing the Ominous to like try and then selling it. But that involves enhancing it, and you guys have seen my enhancing videos. It's not pretty. The only accessories I want to click right now are my one last Debo earring, and then even then I don't really want it, because the one thing I was thinking about was, I know in the future they're gonna come out with Devareka rings. We already know that, but that would basically make the earrings kind of not worthless, but it's not the ones you really want. And assuming they don't give any other set bonus pieces, like, you know how 3 Debos is like the extra 12 AP, we're kind of speculating that for people who have like 6 of them or something, they're gonna add some sort of bonus set effect, which I don't know. It's gonna be really hard to balance that one at a high end, because if you're trading off that much AP, there's literally, it's Debos or you're actually just bad. So I think they're trying to go with the variety stats in this game, so I hope that's a good, so it's not everyone just using one set of gear. But yeah, either way, the earrings are significantly going to be the worst ones And I want a pen earring, but at the same time, I'm like, do I really want a pen? Dark Knight up. Ooh, another ring. You got a melee accuracy, Artie. Now that the event drop rate is over, I think prices should start recovering a little bit. Oh yeah, today's reward day for your boss blitz. Make sure to do it. Every time, like every week that passes, I'm convinced that doing the Black Shrine is worth less than before. Because people are getting their Gearin's crystals every week, and obviously that's a good thing. But that means less people are going to need them. The memory frags are always nice. Like, I think it's worth doing the boss blitz every week. It's just you shouldn't be expecting a lot. If you get more than like 300 mil a week from that, that's cool. I think for the amount of time you spend doing it, it's fine, I guess. Like, if you're good enough to be able to do 7s in one try, it's probably worth it. But if you're spending, like, if you're just wiping and you're using elixirs every time, you might just be breaking even. I don't know. I just use frenzies. I wish time actually mattered. You see those screenshots on like the forums or Reddit, people doing full 7s and then getting like rank 1 as well, and they're still not even getting that many rewards. That kind of feels bad. Sometimes I think about doing this on a Wusa, just because I'm like, okay, so I could just AoE everything, stand in one spot, and not really have to move. Everything is back attack and crit. Easy. Been like 20 minutes and we got 2 rings. Very lucky. Let's see if we can get more of them. The highest I've gotten in 1 hour is 7 rings, which actually a lot of money. Are my pets on agile? Okay. I was just watching the loot on the ground. At least this place gives massive pure magic, so I don't know how many of you guys watch my Journey to Pen Blackstar, but we are kind of actually running out. It's not a big deal. Like, I can get them if I really needed them. Just do Pit of Undying daily and get, like, I don't know, 60 to 100 a day. So, like, that's not a problem. I just remember starting at, like, 3,000 of them, and we're down to, like, 600 left. And I was always like, yeah, I don't think I'll ever run out. But here we are, enhancing weekly. I think I have, like, PTSD from Crypt. These bears that, like, have infinite health. So glad here they don't. They just kind of melt. Dude, who put these trees here in this forest? Third person view grinding when? Or I guess like bird's eye view is the better thing, I should say. I really like the ones that they have in boss where you just click that button, it's like huge like bird's eye view. You know, one thing they should really add to Crypt in this spot is like when a Dark Knight or Raznal, well, I guess a Raznal has a notification, but Dark Knights don't. They just kind of spawn. Inventory. Whoever thought it was a good idea to add like 0.5 to the weight for this, you probably don't play this game at a high level. Can we get another ring from this Dark Knight? No, but we can get an Okrod. I don't know. I kind of like the other spot that I was grinding at. I feel the difference, as in this one feels better. But just like the amount of trees and stuff blocking my vision. Let's see. Can we get 4 rings this hour? That would be awesome. So far, 60 caphras plus another almost 30 in dust. $150 rings of each, or blackstones of each. Pretty good. If those caulks fly out, do you guys just let them, like, come back into the group, or do you chase? I don't think chasing is the right play. If I keep grinding here, I might be able to actually just get enough caphras to C20 my Nuver. That's something I'm working on slowly, just upgrading my Nuver to caphras 20. And I used to have like C14, and I took it out back when Morning Light came out during the one extraction, so it can go enhance again, and now here we are doing it again. I do think now is the best time, though, because caphras stone prices are really cheap, to the point where if you're like a mid-tier player and you're just actually trying to caphras your gear, now's a good time to just buy things. I think it's at like an all-time low. I don't know how true this is, but I heard there's like a 4 or 5 waves of these before Dark Knight comes out. I feel like it's more, but I'm not sure. We just got like 4 caphras stones. I wonder how long the weapon stones are going to be on like a million orders. I know the reason why is everyone is going for their pen accessory. I think is a good thing. But at the same time, I'm like, I'm not in a rush for mine, so I'm kind of waiting for it to go down in price or eventually. In theory, a Dark Knight should be spawning soon. I think I see it. Is that it? Yep, there it is. Who put that tree there? I got hit by Lunacy 100. Oh, no ring. No free 200 mil. I need some more rings, please. Thank you. I actually do think Dehkia spots are, for the most part, chill. The only non-chill one is Ash Forest. That one's scary. I don't know why. I just think that one is super overtuned. Dehkia, Ash. Maybe it's not really that there's too many enemies. It's just they do a lot of damage for the same APDP. So they should really just be like, it's a 320 spot. Ooh, got a new title. Very cool. I think we got like 2 more at Thornwood to go. I wish there was some sort of tracker that told you how many, like these things, when it tells you. I wish it told you how many you were at to progress through the next title. But I seem to be getting one like every 2 to 3 hours. So that's cool. What was it called? The last one? Executioner of Evil. I do eventually want to start doing a title push, because when you do that, my next goal is 1,000 and I get 1 energy out of it. So should probably do that and start looking into it for 1 extra energy. I wish the Dark Knight one, when it spawned, had a different color. Like, I know it's... sometimes they have, like, green name tags. But I wish you could differentiate more than often. Ooh, 20% bonus. Sadly, we're 40 minutes into the grind, but we get a bonus. I like those. I can't wait till they come out with the new Morning Light bosses and the ones that, like Calamity 8 to 10, from what I've heard, goes off your actual gear, not like whatever those dumb light orb thingies are. Also, I wish the light orbs were just universal. Like, I get it's a silver sync in this game, but it's so irrelevant. I wish they just combined it into different ones. And what they should change is if you want to have a silver sync instead of the 3 different colors, they should change it to make it relevant for the AP and DP part. Like, you know how you have to put in your plus 18 AP every time? I don't think anyone actually goes the DP route. So I think what they should do is make both of them, like the extra AP DP stats, more relevant. That way there's a reason to actually swap. But hard truth now is the only thing to do during that is AP, because clearing faster means you get higher time. So yeah, maybe they should add something like, I don't know, range damage or something. Range, magic, melee, that is worth more. And then, you know, actually give the monster types a different, or like a different species. Whereas they're all animals except for like golden pig, which is demi-human. So make it actually worth something. And that will be what people change. Alright, Dark Knight, give me a ring. One time. No ring. Sad. Yeah, we got like 2 rings in the first half, and it's like, no, you're done. We're gonna cut you off. No more rings today, boy. We're all gonna look at this video 5 years down the line and be like, lol, this dude only made $2 billion an hour. They're gonna do the Maple Story route of like power creeping everything. I hope in like a few years from now, making $2 billion an hour, even as beginners, the new norm. And then end game players are making like $5 billion an hour just on, you know, an average one. So we all know that Fallen God weapons are going to come out this year. I think they already announced it. Well, it was in their, what is it, Calpheon Ball last year or something. They talked about it. I kind of wonder what they're going to do. So usually, you know how the gear worked is like caphras 10 in your gear, but for weapons it's probably going to be like caphras 20 in your Zarka plus an item that's like 40 bill or something, versus a pen black star to make it even. I'm not sure how they're going to do it, but I just hope they add a reason to do it. And even then, right now, I've noticed some of these spots, you know, the new Ulakita areas, this like 310 AP, 300, Dehkia's 300, all of them for the most part. I don't think they actually know what they're doing with the AP and how to balance it. Because it's like Dehkia Ash Forest, for example. Insane spot. And they're like, yeah, it's the same thing as Dehkia Histria. No, not even close. I do truly think that regular, or I guess Crypt of Resting Thoughts should be like a 320, because that one's kind of scary, intense. Things are very tanky, even with good gear, full elixirs, artifacts, and everything. I feel like a Dark Knight should be spawning soon. If only they would tell you. How did that call die behind me? I don't even... Okay. We're at 130 caphras total now, including dust. Pretty insane. I just have a feeling a Dark Knight should pop up any second now. Bears. Another Akrod. Rolobus, add something to the game that you can use more of those aside from the two crystals. Make them actually useful. Hello, Dark Knight. Any day now. Also, I kind of hope that central servers come to the live ones really soon. Because a lot of my friends in, obviously, the East Coast, myself, and Canada are saying it's pretty decent. So I hope that, at least, I hope it doesn't affect the people on the West Coast too badly. Because obviously, no matter where you put the servers, someone's getting affected both positively and negatively. I just hope that Central balances things for everyone. Or, like, I guess the majority of players anyway. God, these bears are angry. Oh, there it is, the Dark Knight. A ranged accuracy artifact. That might actually be good. I don't know if I have 2 of them. I'll check later. I do hope the next time to make a like valuable artifact like the Kabua's one, it's one for PvP, because like the ones we have right now, these are basically PvE monster damage reduction. I think it's good, but maybe they should add a PvP one, but it doesn't give like offensive, it gives like evasion, overall DR, health, and accuracy, which I guess translates into offensive, but not directly, if you know what I mean. Or they should have one that is kind of like you get some good stats, but it's a trade-off as well. So like more AP, but you lose evasion or DR. I don't know. I just hope there's more defensive stats, or just a fat HP one that's like, here's a plus 500 HP, but you lose some offense or something. Also, I kind of wish that more classes just had higher overall HP pools. I see some Zerkers. I know they get the HP passive and everything scales off HP for them, but you've seen some like super geared out Zerkers with like 10k health when they're full buffed, and then most classes are between 7 to 8k, which I do believe that HP is actually a valuable stat, believe it or not, especially in boss blitz. There's no way people are getting like 25k trash here an hour, according to like Garmoth anyway. Maybe with Agrish you might, but no Agrish you don't. I think as long as I improve my spot, and even if it's like what, a few hundred extra trash an hour over time, I consider that improvement, and that's good. You know how in Final Fantasy they have positionals, which is back attack, and flank, which is basically the side? I kind of wish they would add one more, like on the side damage, because The side is kind of wonky. Sometimes it's considered back attack if you hit him on the side, but sometimes you have no idea. It just kind of happens. Or add a skill where... How do I describe it to someone who has never played Final Fantasy 14 before? So there's a skill. You can get a back attack for a few seconds without having to do a back attack. Or like... something like that. Like a positional thing. So like, for example... in places where you can't, like Highlands, where all that matters is crit, I think that there should be a skill for all classes for, I don't know, 10 seconds or something. It has like a 1 minute cooldown. You can get the damage of like down attacks, back attacks, air, and everything without actually having to do that. Which makes a little sense to people who don't actually, but there are grind spots in this game where you just straight up don't. And for classes that don't really have those kind of abilities, like a lot of classes have multiple knockdowns. Dark Knight only has one. Well, maybe like two, but you don't see it often as much. Also, I just wish they would remove grabs from this game and balance it by giving classes either more accuracy or straight up more damage. I feel like I should be able to get one more Dark Knight. Oh, there it is. That's a Dark Knight. Bear just spawned in front of it. Come over here. My God. Nope, no ring. And I thought this hour was gonna be good, and we only got 2 rings. I mean, I'm not upset with it. Better than no rings, but I wish it was more than 2. After getting that 1 cracked hour a while ago, getting 7 rings in 1 hour, I'm just like, 2? Could be better. Either way, though, I think I did improve my grind in this spot than the other one. But admittedly, I don't have too much practice here. I'm just happy to improve. So I did go in a minute later because I put the stupid lantern in the wrong spot and it didn't trigger the spawn. So I'll go until I guess the 4-minute like XP buffs run out, and I'll just use a regular frenzy or something until then. But I'll calculate the trash loots for both of them anyway. couldn't even see what I was hitting. I just know, just like aim forward and they're probably on you. 108 caphras and 319, so that's about like close to 170. 170 caphras an hour. That's kind of good, actually. Actually, out of wild curiosity, for anyone who's not particularly new, but like you've been playing this game for, I don't know, 2 or 3 months, do you feel extremely overwhelmed in this game? Mildly curious. All right, let's go for another minute and then we'll call it. See how much loot do we have though. 16k and another 2k from the regular one if that counts, but I don't think it does. Oh, 15 minutes till Nuver. Probably do that as well. Let's see, now that I'm curious. 67 health or 6,700 health. No frenzy elixirs. All right. Yeah, let's just say we got 16.1, which in my opinion is an improvement. And I think overall that's good. All right. Let me go prepare. All right, let's go calculate everything. And what is that boss? Oh, Griffin. Okay. Let's go to town and then see how much silver I actually made. Well, I actually spent like $100 and then I re-rolled this to 5. Was it worth it? No, but I was just like, I kind of need it. Most people don't need it. It felt bad either way. I was like, dang, I really just did that afterwards. All right. Oh my God. Let me make sure everything is in check. All right, so we got 114 plus another 65. So let's just say that's like 120 plus 60. Yeah, about 180 caphras stones. 180 caphras stones plus another like 160 mil from that. Let's see, how much would 180 caphras stones be? 500, 600 from that. 2 ominous rings. Just like 1 point. No, let's just say 1 bill after taxes for all those. And let's see, 1 bill. Yeah, I think it's a little bit under 1.7. And let's see, do I have another ranged accuracy? Yeah, I have 2 ranged accuracies plus some melee accuracy. Okay, we're good on these, so we can just melt them. But yeah, that's about an hour, 1 point, I guess 6, 7, depending on how you calculate it, with or without tax. And I thought that was pretty good. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. Would love to see you guys come back. And we got 4 of them. Let's open them. Hot garbage again. I'm out. Peace.